If you're an independent creator, you know that horrible sinking feeling when you see your designs get stolen. Well, today we're breaking down a really powerful tool called RivetChain, and it's designed to stop exactly that from happening.
Okay, let's paint a picture. You've just dropped your best collection ever. The hype is insane, sales are blowing up, but then, almost overnight, this shadow appears. Because with all that success comes a really fast-moving threat that can, basically undo all of your hard work.
And yeah, you guessed it. Bootlegs, counterfeits. They can pop up online like instantly, using your hard work to make a quick buck. And look, this isn't just about lost revenue, right? It totally dilutes the brand you've poured everything into building.
So, the big question is, how do you fight back? Well, let's dive into a solution called RivetChain. The best way to think of it? It's like a digital shield for your physical products, making them totally verifiable and secure.
So what is RivetChain, really? At its core, it's a service that creates a unique, basically unforgeable digital birth certificate for every single item you produce. Each piece gets its own permanent digital record, which means its authenticity can be checked anytime, anywhere. It's that simple.
So what exactly happens when a customer scans that tag? They don't just get a simple, "Yep, it's real." No way. They get the full story. Is it authentic? What collection is it from? What's its edition number? Like, hashtag 42 of 100. And this is crucial. Has it been registered by an owner already? It's like an instant, undeniable report card, right there in their hands.
Okay, that all sounds fantastic in theory, right? But how does it actually work in the real world? Let's walk through the journey, step by step, for both you, the creator, and your customer. What's great is how simple this is. It's really just broken into two halves. The first part, that's on you, the creator. You register the collection, generate the unique tags, and attach them to the garments. Simple enough. Then, the second half is all on the customer. They get the item, scan the tag with their phone, and register it as theirs. Boom. Done. That piece is now digitally and permanently tied to them.
Now, this is a really key concept to understand. In the RivetChain system, every physical thing you make gets a digital twin. They call this a product. And it's not just some random number. Think of it as a full-blown digital certificate. It holds all the important info, its unique ID, style details, and your verified brand identity.
And this right here brings us to one of the most powerful parts of the whole system, your unique brand alias. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like your verified handle on Instagram or Twitter. It's unique to you. So even if a counterfeiter is clever enough to make their own fake tags, they absolutely cannot use your alias. A quick check of that name instantly shows they're a fake.
Okay, so we get how it works, but why is it so tough to beat? Well, it's because the system isn't just one thing. It's built on 4 different layers of protection, and each one is designed to shut down a specific counterfeiting trick.
Right, so this isn't just a single wall that a counterfeiter has to get over. It's a whole 4-layer defense system. Let's break down how each layer stops fakes, from the really lazy copies all the way to the super sophisticated replicas.
Layer 1 tackles the most common, low-effort fakes. You know the ones. The bootlegger just rips your design and slaps it on a cheap shirt. But here's the thing. Their product is missing that one crucial piece, the scannable authentication tag. No tag means no proof. It's an immediate, giant red flag. Okay, but what if they get a little smarter? What if they copy the QR code from a real tag? That's where Layer 2 comes in to shut them down. The second a customer scans that copied tag, the system is going to flash a warning. This item has already been registered to someone else, the real owner. Game over. The scam is busted right there.
All right, let's say we're dealing with a really dedicated counterfeiter. They go all in. They create their own RivetChain account to make their own tags. This is where that brand alias we talked about becomes your superpower. Because sure, their tag works, but it's going to link to their bogus profile, not your official verified one. For any customer who's paying attention, it's an incredibly easy catch.
And finally, Layer 4. This is the one that protects you against the final boss of fakes, the ones that look and feel almost perfect. But remember that digital certificate? It has the exact specs of your real item, the precise fabric weight, the specific color code, where it was made. So any tiny inconsistency in the fake will get exposed the moment you compare it to the official record.
So we've gone through all the theory, all the security features. Now, let's get practical. Let's put this all together and see what it actually looks like in a real-world workflow for, say, a limited edition drop. Let's imagine you're doing a drop of 100 Midnight Ghost hoodies.
In week 1, you're just finalizing the design. Then week 2 is all digital prep. You hop into RivetChain and create the collection and the 100 unique digital certificates. Week 3, the physical hoodies arrive from your manufacturer, and you start attaching the right tag to each one. And then week 4, it's drop day. You're ready to ship out fully authenticated gear. See? It just slots right into a totally standard production cycle.
And here's a look at what that physical tag can actually be. It's so much more than just a boring QR code. It's a piece of your branding. It carries all that key info, the edition number, your verified alias, and even important specs that let a customer know it's the real deal. It adds to the whole experience.
And you know, this really brings us to the biggest takeaway of all. This whole system, it's not just about playing defense against the fakers. It's about playing offense. It's about proactively building trust and real, verifiable value right into your brand right from the very beginning.
So you might be asking, okay, I'm in. How do I get started? Well, the source material lays out a super clear checklist. It starts with the simple stuff, like creating your account and grabbing that all-important brand alias. And it takes you step by step all the way to launching your very first authenticated drop. It's basically a roadmap to protecting your work.
So we'll leave you with this one final thought. In a market that is just flooded with copies and knockoffs, every single product you create is telling a story. So the real question is your brand story protected? Because ensuring that story is authentic, that might just be the most valuable thing you can do for your future.